educational aspect, about the activities, about the experience which he has gained over the period of time. We have taken this small initiative in form of the National Forensic Medicine and Toxicology Group. We initiated this group on 12th of May 2023. Almost 3 months are about to complete, and it is up to our level of satisfaction that many things uh, the faculty as well as the residents are gaining through this group, including some addressing their queries. There are some presentation which is getting shared, some circular documents, details about the conference, details about the vacancies which is prevalent all over the country. We have our last introductory sessions last month in July, where we have clarified about the objectives and scope of this national FMT group. We requested everybody to follow the group norms and ethics, and at the same time, we have also requested everyone to follow the appreciate inquiry. There are total 1,024 members in this group, but it is a little bit to my surprise that hardly 120 members have responded. If it's absolutely fine that the members are attending or not attending, but at least they could have responded. Another thing, just would like to clarify in 1 minute that we have not removed any member who is following the group ethics, and we are not never going to remove anyone who follows the group ethics. Only those members who have been personally informed that they should not post to so many messages, and not just personally messaged once or twice, but on several occasions. But they not refrain themselves. These are the few one or two members who have been removed from the groups. But we request all of you to please, this is our group and you should be attached to it. Don't leave it everything to the admin and just to facilitate it. And over the period of time, we will have the more number of admin as and when we build up the trust, and we'll go about it. So it is not a issue at all. So we keep on doing this once in a month online session with one of the eminent speaker in our will be different. This time, the sir has chosen very appropriate topic, that RB professional. Most of time, we are just involve ourselves in the medico legal topics or the topic which is related to our subject, forensic medicine and toxicology. But this is the topic which will cover the wider area and add the new perspectives in our thinking and wisdom. So with these words, I would like to invite our respected Professor BD Gupta sir, and without any further delay, we would like to hear, sir, about RB professional. I request sincerely the all ST member to please post your query in the chat box, or you can raise your hand at the end of the session. You can ask some pressing questions with BD Gupta sir, especially if your all queries have not been addressed during this question answer session. You can post your queries in the National FMP group later on. As and when sir will get the time and opportunity, sir will respond to your all queries which are relevant. So with these words, I hand over to Dr. BD Gupta sir. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay Gupta. I think I am audible, so I begin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So, are we professional? And this is my first slide. I begin with the quotation. Since last 30 years, so somehow, in one of the Mumbai medical colleges, I learned this and I following it. It may seem preaching, but over the period of time, I learned that it has a subtle effect and it is useful. So I am continuing. The quotation for the day is that if you really want to do something, you will have to find ways. If you don't, you will find an excuse. Now, today's topic, are we professional? We will be discussing under following headings: preface, defining professionalism, attributes or characteristics of professionalism, how does one become professional, some illustrations of being professional or unprofessional, and in the end, conclusion. If I ask this question to this august audience, probably most of the audience would be offended. It is in second person. Are you civilized? Civilized is a big word, so I changed it into, are you professional? Here also it is in second person. I am asking you that, are you professional? So this may also seem offending in one sense or other. This is American way of talking. I have made it now Indianized. So I say, are we professional? So whole group of us, we are talking about that. And this whole thing came from whatever is our day-to-day functioning in society, in our colleges, in our any transaction, in our conferences. And I thought that probably, I don't know whether we are civilized or not, but to some extent I want to admit that most of us are not thorough professional. Even if we are professional, we are part of it and not thorough. So this topic. During our college days, particularly my college days, it is a general audience, so some of you are younger ones. So during my days, it was first professional and second professional and final professional. It has certain meaning. And now they have changed it into phase 1 and phase 2. Why did they change it? I don't know. But I did not like it. Why I did not like, we'll come to that a little later. Now, what defines professionalism? We try to understand the definition. The word comes from professio, Latin. We know it. But the important thing is that it is entering in a religious order. So some sanctity is attached with professio. So the sanctity is attached with profession also. And so the sanctity was attached with professional also. Now we have changed it into technical English thing, phase 1, phase 2. The professional part is removed. I am not of the opinion that this is a good thing with NMC or MCI did. But anyway, it is there. In modern era, I have seen many prescriptions without this symbol of RX. On the name of God, I prescribe. Okay. Some of you may say that I am atheist. I don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, no problem. But nature is there. It was there. It is going to be there. And everybody follows nature. Our body follows nature. So physician prescribes, but body heals. So respecting the body, respecting the nature, I am of the firm belief that we should begin our prescription with this RX. Whether we are believer and follower of God or otherwise. So now we further try to define what is professional. The dictionary meaning of professional or profession is the conduct, aims, qualities that characterize or mark a profession or a professional person. So 1, 2, 3, conduct, aims, qualities. We proceed further that it requires specialized knowledge. And for that, it requires intensive academic preparation. So professional, a person does not become professional in the air. He will have to shed some sweat. We continue with the definition. The important thing is the professional is one who is self-regulating. And Frank Tiger has said that professionalism means how to do it, when to do it, and then doing it. And of course, by self-regulation and completing the task. Now we go into the virtues or characteristics a good professional should possess. This slide depicts 1, 2, 3, 4 of those: good conduct, qualitative work, punctuality, and dress code. In modern era, I don't know how many of you will agree with the fourth point, but I would insist mine. Further, going into the professionalism, there is one big word, ethics, which is around us, which is there in our textbooks, which is there in our class notes and lecture notes, and which we try to teach, preach, or impeach on our students. It includes 1, 2, 3, 4, honesty, integrity, respect, and professionalism. So now it is a whole circle. The professionalism includes ethics, and ethics includes professionalism, along with virtues of honesty, integrity, and respect. Now we enumerate these attributes: the confidence, ability to work unsupervised, that is self-regulation, ability to certify the completion of work, accountability, ability to behave with integrity all the times, image, appearance, demeanor, managing the time, 1, 2, 3, to-do list, reusing the time, networking, delegation. These are the tools which are useful to be good professional. Mastery in routine things, following the checklist, Dissent, and vision. Now we take one by one these attributes. The first one is confidence. It is not available in market, and it cannot be infused by injection. To be confident, you have to be competent. And person becomes competent by acquiring knowledge and then acquiring skill. Skill is not one-day work, and even knowledge is not one-day work. So for that, confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from knowledge plus skill plus experience, and all these three requires constant perseverance and hard work. The work should be unsupervised. There should not be a watchdog, and one should not require watchdog to complete the task. The suggestion is put to conduct this class. I accept it, and there is no watchdog on me. So it is my own job that I should complete it, achieving certain professional things. We take one example of this person, Mahadeva. Anybody from the audience, 59 persons are there, from Karnataka or Bangalore. That person must have heard this name Mahadeva. To be precise, it is T. Mahadeva. The person, I don't know his present status. The reference is 2011 year, in the morning here in US it is morning. In the morning before we started this, I searched on Wikipedia and I found that he is still working. Are retired. I'm not sure, but he is alive, I presume. What is special about this person? He was an assistant to caretaker, undertaker, dealing with dead bodies. And during his lifetime, he has honorably disposed of about 88,000 unclaimed dead bodies. So he would pick up the dead body from courtroom after postmortem is done and body is there in the courtroom for certain period of time, would go to crematorium, and according to the religion of that person known, then he would accordingly do the rituals. And he did of about 88,000 bodies so far. So that is the self-regulation, that is unsupervised work, and he would complete it. So he is a person of true professional virtues. Then there are few more examples. The CEO of eBay, and there was power failure in his company for 13 consecutive days. So the CEO himself took the charge. He stayed there in the site, at the site, and supervised and helped in doing the work. The same thing is true for the FedEx CEO, Ken May. And third example is that of CEO Jim Parker. After 9/11 disaster, most of the companies had chutney. They gave layoff to so many employees. They cut number of flights. But this Jim Parker, Southwest Airline, neither gave anybody a layoff nor cut any flights. Not only that, this person contributed $179 million to employees' fund for their well-being. And the result was that in the end, he got the profit, which was an history in the field of aviation. So these are certain examples of true professionals. Integrity, another virtue. Some of us may be aware of this incident of Admiral Nanda's grandson, case of hit and run. So there was Ayub Khan, prosecutor, and defense lawyer R.K. Anand. They had hand in glove and compromised their professional ethics, and we know the history. And one of the movies, Jolly, has been made on this incident, so we are aware of that. Another case where ethics was compromised, where professionalism was compromised, where integrity was compromised, was this Jessica Lal murder case. So these are the glaring examples in front of us where such incidents happen. A young surgeon may not be yet proficient in his surgery work, but he should know the basic tenets of medical practice and what may constitute the malpractice. So certain basic things. There are few more examples. A software engineer who requires complete confidentiality cannot discuss the matter of his company, a project at hand, without approval of his client to anybody. That includes his spouse, any other person, anywhere. And this is true for medical professional also. They should not discuss patient case in the lift, in the corridor of hospitals, or at the dining table of their own homes. A boss who is lending a sympathetic ear to an emotionally distressed employee cannot use her situational fragility to take her to bed. A chief executive of company cannot appoint his spouse as a contractor in his own office and do business with her. So these are the areas of compromises and conflict of interest. And if such thing happens, the integrity is compromised. A policeman cannot prey on a citizen who has come back to seek help. And we know this, that this is one of the areas when I said, are we civilized? Police is part of society and we know how they behave. Politicians are part of society and we know how they behave. So this is the crux from which the whole thing came into my mind, and I prepared this talk. The scenario around us. We have normalized all our misconduct, compromising integrity in day-to-day work, and similarly probably in our professional conduct as well. So much so that we take it for granted कि ऐसा तो सब चलता है. It goes like that and we accept it. Now see last two lines. Most of us are in jobs. We get some travel concessions or travel reimbursement for conference attendance, for court attendance. And it is a time for introspection that how many times we have compromised our TA bills that traveled by lower class and claimed by a higher class, and so on and so forth. One of our associations would have registration fees in this form. That registration fees would include accommodation in 5-star hotel as well. The reason is that registration fees is reimbursed, but the accommodation fees is not reimbursed. It may seem simple and it may seem matter of few thousand rupees. But when it comes to professionalism, it is certainly a compromise. It is certainly a misconduct. Now I come to this image. How do we appear in front of others in our profession? Appearance and demeanor. Mark Twain has said that clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in the society. And therefore, clothes are important. I am in front of you, formal shirt, formal trousers. This is online session. Time difference is also different. I could have put on t-shirt, or as we learned when the online courts were there, that somebody appeared before the judge in banyan, not only t-shirt but banyan as only. So that is the image, that is the demeanor. I have given certain examples. In our country also, we have clothing for drying room and we have clothing for bedroom. We have clothing for party wear and swim and casual and whatnot. I have yet to see a bride or a bridegroom in a swimming suit and vice versa. When they are going for swim, they don't put on bridegroom's sapa and sherwani and other things. So that is that. Professional work, the professional dress. We have certain examples in front of us. Army, airlines, police, mobile service providers, any shop of mobile service provider, we go there and we find that persons are there in uniform. And without uniform, who will recognize that the person is a policeman? So a professional is neat in appearance. And when he is neat in appearance, when he put on his uniform, there is a sense of belonging. And it creates first impression. And this impression is lasting. So that is why it is important. In English books, I have read it many times that patient claiming are saying that you don't look like a doctor. So if you want to be professional, if you want to be doctor, you will have to look like doctor. And for looking like doctor, one has to dress like doctor. So that is the significance of image and along with demeanor. This dress and overall attire that exude confidence, but it should not be cocky. And therefore, his conduct with that dress also comes in the discussion. He should be polite and well spoken while interacting with patients, superiors, or co workers, or students. There is no place for abuse even when we talk with the students. He needs to keep his calm even during tense situation. And in modern era, we know that we are going to face tense situations here and there, now and then. And overall image, appearance, and demeanor, best examples are our women folk. We can ask them how they dress for any occasion, picnic, party, marriage, puja, and why. While I was preparing this lecture yesterday, when I was editing, I searched this. Work while you work, play while you play. That is the way to be cheerful all day. Most of us have read this poem in our schools. This was in course. And if those who have not read, they may certainly read it. Why have I put it here? Work while you work, play while you play. It is managing the time. So managing the time begins with the to-do list. Reusing the time, networking, delegating certain work to certain persons, and keeping the appointment. The session was scheduled. Dr. Goyal was ready with his system. Dr. Sanjay Gupta was ready to introduce. And myself is also ready to be there. So that is keeping an appointment. One cannot be a great professional unless one masters the time. So in the morning, budget the time, and in the evening, audit it. So this begins with to-do list. In the morning, we prepare the list. One should prepare the list, what work to be done. And it should be prioritized that out of 10 tasks, which one is first and which one is second. And for that, there is one beautiful anecdote in the circulation. Fit the rock first. Important work number 1, lesser important number 2. And accordingly, we can grade our whole task of the day, task of the week, task of the month, task of the year. Reusing the time. Now, this lecture which you are listening and these slides which are prepared, I am using them second time. All the time when I reuse, I certainly do the editing to fit the audience. But that is what we say, reusing the time. Once we have worked for something, we should preserve in such a manner that when required second time, it is accessible, it is available, and we can use it. Networking, we all know. 1,028 persons in one group, various ages, various institutes. One institute may have one thing, other institute may have other thing. We can contact each other, and we can use and reuse our resources. The one person has one thing, other person has other thing. So that is networking. Delegation, we all know. Most of us have our maid servants, our housekeepers in our homes. So the job which one has to do, he is doing it, but according to the competence and abilities of certain persons around us, we can delegate appropriate job to them. No one person can complete all tasks all the time. So delegation is also important. And we have talked of keeping the appointment. One thing which most of the persons say about job is that it is monotonous. In the morning we do this, in the evening we do this. So there are certain examples which say that monotony is very important in a professional life. We see them. The word goes around because of its capacity to be predictable. The bees and other insects pollinate the crop so that we get our food with monotonous regularity. Imagine the sun getting bored of its activity, or the earth feeling bored with its axis. So routine things done well make life livable. The routine things are important. Even if they are monotonous, we must accept them and do them meticulously. We take few more examples. And what is not routine about a cardiac surgeon who operates on people every day? He has to follow the same steps. Or a pilot. Almost all of us have traveled by air, so they have a checklist. Boarding is complete, so door is closed, and so on and so forth. The job of the nurse in cardiac ICU is a routine and predictable as well. But it is her work that ensures 95% of the operated children that they would not require to come again in the hospital. So that post-operative care of ICU personnel is that much important, but that is routine. So this is the definition of a 95% success rate of Narayan Hridayalaya. Dr. Devi Shetty's institute, Narayan Hridayalaya. I recommend that the whole audience of 57 should go through his website, started in 2000, and what achievements this institute got so far. Now we come to Dissent. What is Dissent? Saying something out of the line, which may not liked by many, which may not liked by the chairman, which may not liked by the board president, head of the institute, head of the department, but may be important. There are certain examples. The example of Satyam board, the accident of Titanic. They said that Titanic would not sink. But those who were there in the internal matters of Titanic, they were aware that what are the shortcomings in the Titanic boat or the Titanic ship. One thing which I know is that there were not enough emergency boats available as per the number of passengers and as per the requirement or standard of that time. So still they allowed it to float, and the result we know. So those who were in the know of that thing, they should have descended and they should have said that no, this is not the time. Before we complete this thing, we should not float the Titanic. But this happened. Simple example of our family picnic we can take. कहाँ जाना है, क्या खाना है? If we don't contribute, if we don't dissent, if we don't put our opinion, then in the end the picnic may be flop and there may be blame game. And so is true in any board meeting or any department as well. So dissent is a must. A professional should have a vision. And what is this vision? We take one example of Narayan Radhalay from 2000 to 2023, the growth rate. And now I take another one. Some of you from South may be aware of this Dr. Govindappa Venkata Swami. He was gynecologist to begin with. He suffered arthritis. He could not operate gynecological operations. He trained himself in ophthalmology and he started Arvind Hospital in 1976. And now when I searched yesterday, Arvind Eye Care System, I found that under this banner, they have got multiple hospitals in multiple cities, and they have dealt with many million patients. They have performed many lakh operations, and most of these are on charity. So that is the vision. The professional should have a vision for growth. Professional should have a vision for well-being. Now, similarly, I worked after my retirement from government job to R.D. Gardi Medical College, Ujjain. And director there is Dr. V.K. Madik. He began with Ujjain Charitable Trust, which is now 40 years old. Then he came up with R.D. Gardi Medical College. And now he has taken over one more corporate hospital in the city of Ujjain, and all with the well-being of patient, well-being of humanity, and most of the places it is charity. So that is the vision and that is the work of professional. Most of us, if not all the time, many times, are not satisfied with our job. So we whine on most of the places. What is this? Why should I do? I am bored of this thing and that thing. So jobs are not meant to satisfy us. Jobs do not know who we are, what we are seeking, and what are our special needs could be. And again, I quote one beautiful poem. This was in the school book of my daughter. I read during that period, and I searched yesterday and putting it in front of you. 2 legs to have me where I go, 2 eyes to see the sunset's glow. O God, forgive me when I whine. I am blessed, indeed, the word is mine. In relation to job, this is this. A professional realizes that work is a blessing. It is therapeutic. And we are lucky that we have work to do. There are so many who do not have work at their head. So whatever is the job, whatever the monotony may be in the job, but we must realize that it is a blessing and we can shine whatever job we have. Now, I summarize who is unprofessional. He misses the deadline, failing to be forthright, straightforwardness, decent. This is to be done, yes. This is not done, Yes. Failing to be forthright. Withholding the information. Not respecting privacy of information. No respecting need to know. A true professional should have a need to know. He should seek help and he should be ready to learn. Nobody is complete and nobody can be complete any time of his age, any time of his experience in profession. So need to know, willingness to know, and there should not be any type of plagiarism, and there should not be any blame game. So overstating qualification and experience. If I don't know, I don't know. I cannot say or I cannot claim that I know. If I claim it, it is going to create many complications. We should not frequently change jobs. And of course, not taking care of one's appearance, image, and demeanor. So, in summary, what is the take-home message? The professional should be confident. He should seek help. He should welcome feedback. So after this session, audience is welcome to give me feedback either in the group or on my personal number. I am ready to correct my things. Feedback is one thing which gives an opportunity to improve in all fields of life, professional and personal. At present, we are talking of profession. And of course, we should manage the time. I am from a small city of Ujjain and Jamnagar. In Jamnagar, many times the guest speaker would be from Mumbai. So I raised a question among our committee members that Bombay Walas are so busy, they commute for many hours and still they are good and they come as guest speaker. Why can't we go there as guest speaker? We have plenty of time. So that managing of time is very important. Those who manages the time, they are not short of time. Our Prime Minister has the same 24 hours which we have. So when person is commuting, that commuting time may also be put to the effect of our usefulness. Our conduct and civility should reflect everywhere. We should be able to work unsupervised. We should complete the task at hand. And our integrity and ethics and our commitment to the task, to the profession should be utmost and has effective regards. So in modern era, why is the need for an MC or MCI to come up with the outcome? The reason is this, that even in the medical profession, we started to forgetting the compassion and the empathy. So it is not only required in other professions, but it is far more required in our profession. So compassion, empathy, and accordingly, we should have a vision for progress. So with this, I conclude my session and thank you very much. And you can see some professionalism in the photograph itself. A sort of dress code and sort of composition of the photo. So with this, I conclude. And of course, I have got references. Most of this talk is from the book, The Professional, Subroto Bakshi, and other things, multiple references, about 9 or so. and 2 poems which I took yesterday. They are not referred into this list, so they are additional. So with this, thank you very much. I hand over you to Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Thank you, sir. So we extend our gratitude for having such wonderful session, and this has added many dimensions to our perspective. Rightly pointed out the qualities and characteristics of a professional. Many times when we are doing our job and the quality of the work which we are doing, and we may not try to incorporate these characteristics in our behavior, in our attitudes, and in our skills. So certainly, sir, this session would be very helpful, especially to our postgraduates and our all faculty members in their day-to-day work. And as you have rightly mentioned that the professional is one who does his work unsupervised. And additionally, there are several characteristics which you have added. The book which you have referred is The Professional, Subruto Bakchi. I think I have shared this one point of time in the group, and if somebody is having the full copy of this book, can be shared in the group for the reference of everyone. This is a very good book, and there are many more lessons which can be learned
I
based
want
on this.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta, I want to say that please don't share this book. I
Okay, sir.
humbly request all our audience that at least for Indian authors, we should purchase the books. Writing a
Yes,
book
sir.
is very difficult task, and our authors should be appropriately rewarded. So if we circulate such books free of charge, they lie in our computer, we don't read. But when we purchase, we pay some money. It has twofold things. One, that author is rewarded appropriately, and second, we have spent money, so we have some value attached to it, and so we read it. All right. So
Okay,
I
sir.
humbly request that at least these books are within our purchasing capacity in modern
Yeah.
era. Uh, Foreign author books which comes in thousand, multiple thousand, okay. But time being, I may not say too much of that. But for library purpose, again, I would say that we should purchase them in library. May not be at personal level, but circulating books free, uh, that is not a very good ethical thing to do. And this being our ethical forum, and we teach and preach ethics. So I humbly
Yes, sir.
request that we can look into this matter as well.
Absolutely right, sir. And definitely, it's a very valid point. And we definitely follow your advice and guidance, sir. And it's a humble request to share such books, complete PDF in the group, because buying such books definitely add some some value to the work which is being done by the author. So with these words, I open the forum for few questions. Some specific question if you have, you can unmute yourself and please ask.
Good evening.
Good
Good
Can
evening,
I
evening.
can
please.
I can I ask a
Yes,
question, sir? I'm
yes, yes,
Professor TK Bose from Kolkata.
yes,
So
sir. Ji.
whatever whatever you have told is excellent and a day-to-day message, but now this is covered under entrustable professional activity. So
Yes, yes,
whatever may be the thing, that competence and skill, there are two terms which is
yes,
really very difficult to achieve, and we require to add something. Say, I'm giving a simple example. For
yes,
to know how to drive a car, we
yes,
require competency. That means he can accelerate and brake, can approach an intersection. To become competent, he passes the driver's test and passes driver's examination. But ultimate competence is drive safely, and the parents can hand over the car to the child, that knowing certainly that the child has competency. So to
Yes.
develop that, it is basically, sir, it is our fault and our and being teacher. Actually, with the huge number of students nowadays, earlier there were small students group, and we can know individually and teach them. Now, with 250 students in most of the colleges or 200, is really very difficult to guide them properly. So we are lacking in that aspect. So, what is your suggestion? Jo NMC has started about small group discussion, etc. But how the small group? In my college, the small group is nearly 60. Is it a small group? Earlier, the class was of 50. What your suggestions are? How to train people properly with the limited amount of time? And now the students are more busy, particularly with the next. They are very busy with the coaching classes and this narrow and other online coaching systems. They have told that they no need to learn. They are first time to get the post graduation, and only after getting that they will try to learn. So we are in a dilemma. What to do?
You are correct in a way that we are in a dilemma, but you are seeing this photograph.
Right, sir. Now
This
I
is a
know.
success.
I went to Jamnagar conference. I know how you have motivated the students.
But
That
that
they are.
is the thing at our level. So we cannot change the world. We cannot change so many things which are beyond our control. But at
Actually,
our
sir. Actually,
at
we
our
always compare our generation with the current generation.
yeah.
We born in the 50s, so there is so much difference that is difficult to be adjust with the time.
No, I don't want to say that because the generation difference.
Yes, sir.
Our teachers were born, say, in 1900 or so, at the
Right,
age
sir.
of 50. When
Hmm.
I was admitted in medical college in 70, my teacher must have born in 1920 or so.
Hmm.
All right. So the 50 years difference is going to be there. And this is true for all generations. These students of today's time, when they would become of our age, they would also say that the generation difference is there. It is
That
a
may be.
universal phenomenon. But what I did and what we can do is this, that at our level, what is best possible. All right. So
Exactly.
at your age and at my age, and Dr. Gargi is very much there among us.
Yes,
So
sir.
if we are committed and sitting and still willing to learn, that is, and willing to impart also, all right, our experiences and our vision and our motto, then that is one thing. So perseverance pays over the period
Sir.
of say 45 years. Since 1 year I am not
Hmm.
teaching. July 22, I completed 70 years. So now since this period, I am not in touch with the students. But till then, 45 years or so, I found that if I am putting something, they would come, they would listen.
Absolutely, sir.
Sometimes it happens that yes, I may have to use the technical danda of attendance or my hierarchy of being teacher, being professor. But if I am giving them something good, they would voluntarily come. And it also happens that it may not be possible to train and teach and prepare all 250 students which are admitted. But if we
Sir.
prepare and teach 50, that will also work done to some extent within our resources. The only thing is that uh, raising or counting problems, we
No, no,
should
not
not
at
give,
all.
we should not give up. We should stick to task.
Actually, sir, those who
Okay,
are
sir.
willing to learn,
Thank you.
nobody can stop them. But nowadays,
Yes.
yeah, you have told correctly. Our teachers were old also. Bound in our age group, there is such radical change. We started our young childhood in without vehicle. There may be hurricane kerosene lamp, and now development is so fast with the internet, the online classes, and now the teaching learning method. Everything has changed. So we are trying to adapt, no doubt, but there is now a communication gap because in our time, I feel that our teacher used to abuse us, beat us, गाली भी देता था, लेकिन they will love us very much. Now there is a difference. Teachers has now more or less become a duty that they are taking money and teaching, and students are attending the class, knowing fully well nowadays the discipline has gone almost everywhere.
And
And
this is true.
this
This
is
is true,
yeah.
but we cannot change the
No,
atmosphere.
but we can adjust ourselves. That's why
Yes,
we
yes,
cannot change the
that
way.
is what I. हाँ पवन जी.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. बहुत
Okay,
दिन बाद आपको
Dr.
सुना, अच्छा लगा.
Thank you. हाँ पवन. हेलो.
पवन जी कुछ
हेलो
कहना चाहते हो?
सर, गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन.
हाँ जी पवन.
सर, मैं यही करना चाहता कि आई बिलोंग्स टू द एमजीएमएस सेवाग्राम. तो
जी.
आई जस्ट वाज अ गुड टीचर. मैंने 250 के क्लास में सर एसडीएल 2012 में लिया है. तो
हाँ.
व्हाट आई डिड व्हेन आई टॉट ऑर्गेनोफॉस्फोरस पॉइजनिंग, आई कमिंग टू द पॉइंट सर. मोदी जी लाखों लोगों को सर एक जगह पे बिठा के एड्रेस कर सकते, वैसे ममता बनर्जी भी कर सकते. वो मोटिवेशन टीचिंग में जो गुप्ता सर आपके, संजय गुप्ता सर के हैं और काफी सीनियर्स के वो होना चाहिए. तो हमने सर ऑर्गेनोफॉस्फोरिंग पढ़ा दिया. उसके बाद में जो नेक्स्ट सर हमारा एसडीएल का क्लास 2012 में होता था, सीबीएमई वेद प्रकाश मिश्रा सर ने लाया. अरुणा वनीकर मैडम एनएमसी के यूजीएमई बोर्ड के अध्यक्ष है, तो मैं भी वो लड़ा हूं. तो इसलिए मैं कॉमन फंडा पता था सर. हम 250 के क्लास में 10 को डिवाइड करते थे और साथ में इनको ये बताते कि आपको ये 10 में इंट्रोडक्शन, हिस्ट्री, केमिकल कंपोजिशन, साइन एंड सिम्टम, ये हम सर 10 के जो 250 का ग्रुप जो है 25 का एक ग्रुप, तो एक एक लीडर हम चुनते थे और उनको एक टैक्स बताते थे सर कि आपको ये प्रेजेंट करना है टोटल 20 मिनट्स में. तो इसमें सर एसडीएल की एक्टिविटी होती थी. सो इट इज एनफोर्सिंग दिस टाइमली एक्टिविटी इन अ क्लास ऑफ 250. तो यही मेरा निवेदन है सर कि यू कैन एनफोर्स द सीबीएमई इट अ वेरी योर नॉलेज एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ टीचिंग, ये ग्रेजुअली डेवलप होता सर. ये मेरे को इनपुट देना था कि वो बच्चे 250 रहे कि 200 सर, अब कॉमनली सीबीएमई के प्रिंसिपल्स हम इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं सर. प्रेजेंटली मैं प्रोफेसर एंड हेड हूं सर जीएमसी सपना, जो अभी अभी खुला है. थैंक यू सर.
I know. You have suggested one thing, that with limited resources also, if we are willing and we want to put our efforts and labor, we can achieve at least, if not 100%, to some percent, and good work. Thank you. Manish ji.
Sir, Manish Nigam here, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I joined a bit late. कुछ टेक्निकल इशू हो रहा था. बहुत सर पूरा सुन नहीं पाया स्टार्टिंग का. एंड आई कांग्रेचुलेट यू व्हाट एवर आई हैव read and learned and heard about you about this topic professionalism. सर एक क्वेश्चन था, जस्ट आपने जैसे बताया था डॉक्टर मार्डिक और people who are running a hospital or a big colleges and all those doctors who are running their own hospital or college. सर ये मैंने चैट में भी डाला है सर ये क्वेरी कि हम उनको सर because they are employing the doctors, so the doctors who are employed there are employee, so this person who is the owner, the doctor, is an employer. So whether he is an employer or he is a businessman or he is a professional, हम उसको क्या बोलेंगे?
A person can have multiple roles. Then whatever example of Dr. Devi Shetty or Venkata Swami or Dr. Mahadik I have put. So when Dr. Mahadik is working in Ujjain Charitable Hospital, when he came up with that hospital, he is a professional. And when he is running a medical college, which is a private one, then also I want to say that whatever private medical colleges are there in Madhya Pradesh, he is probably one which is compromising very little at the level of ethics. All right. So within the resources and within the circumstances, what best we can do, that is that. All right. So I was there for 8 years. You also were there for certain period. I have never came across any slip from Dr. Mahadik about any manipulation in student matter. On the contrary, he would say that if you want to detain a student, you detain them. If you want to fail them, if they are not up to the mark, you fail them. And his payments were also regular. So,
So I'm not talking about a particular person. I am just generalizing. If a doctor is a businessman, then yes, and I got your point that he's playing the role of all the three in different aspects, different situations. Any person.
You see this Suproto Bakchi's book, it is more for businessmen and industrialists and entrepreneurs.
Right.
So the example of TA bill which I gave, it is also from his book. When he says that your star salesperson produces a wrong TA bill for his journey, so what to do? So that is that ethics is very much there in business also. All right, it is not that integrity and ethics is not there in business. So even if anybody who is running medical college, even if he is a businessman, he has to earn, he has put certain money there, so he has to earn. But his earning can be ethical, his approach can be with integrity. So that is there.
So may I add, sir? May I add a little bit? So there are different roles. One could be a teacher, businessman, shopkeeper, somebody. But the professionalism is all about the attribute. Businessman also can be a professional or cannot be. So in professionalism, this doesn't mean that the businessman cannot be a professional or likewise. So professionalism is an attribute, and there are different roles which we all are playing. So some those who are yes, sir. So any other specific question with regards to this wonderful session? We can have last question, then we'll convey our gratitude to sir, and subsequent question you can keep on asking on the our WhatsApp group, National FMT group, if you have at suitable time, at convenient times, sir may like to answer those. So with this, uh, if there is no question, Dr. Pramod, can we?
Oh yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, and thank you all the participants for joining. So I think we can close now.
Yes. So thank you everyone, and next month we'll have one more eminent speaker among us. We'll try to keep on adding our knowledge on skill on the different areas which are not much explored, and we'll try our level best that to be able to do something good about our forensic medicine fraternity. So with these words, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, and we express our sincere gratitude to BD Gupta Sir. Thank you.
Okay, I thank Dr. Goyal and Dr. Sanjay Gupta and the audience for nice discussion for an hour or so. Thank you very much.